your information you're going to share with us, give us a little inspiration on some things that we can do. So I'm going to work hard on getting the technology to work. So I'm going to bring that up as we do that. Would you mind just introducing yourself again?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Hi. Wow, this weather. Mother Nature, just like a woman, she can't make up her mind, huh? So anyways, I'm Jaime Saul. I grew up in this community and watched how many things have changed. We are here today because of our concern of fire safety. When I was a kid, the Old Gulch fire happened and we evacuated. It delayed the start of our school year, which was a good thing at that time. At that time, the Old Gulch fire was a big fire, but as the years have gone by, we all have seen the size of fires grow bigger. As of right now, I am working on a grant for my community, fingers crossed. This could help make evacuation routes wider and maybe help our air TAC with suppression in the case that we did have a fire. I also know that fuel rejection efforts have been made on the Falcon Mine subdivision, which is right next to us. So many hopes with getting this grant will tie the two communities together. This will keep the 72 parcels in our neighborhood safer. With or without this grant, it is my intent to reduce the fuel in my community. We have several elderly members in our community, many of which who rely on others. It is up to us as community members to seek out all options to keep our community safe. While we appreciate our firefighters, the burden of keeping everyone home safe should not fall on their backs. The grant I'm working on is off of Darby Lane. It's called the Darby Line Fuel Break, right off of French Gulch Road in Murphy's. Oh, I'll get there. This will reduce fuel on each side of the road, which is in hope would give a smaller buffer and a little more time for our residents and fire personnel.
Is
Is it? Yeah. I don't know.
It might not be on. I don't think it's on.
Can you hear me?
No.
No?
Yes.
Okay. This grant is a hand-cut reduction of fuel to widen roadways, created more advantages for fire control points to stop fire due to fire intensity. The prescription of this grant is for hand thinning of everything under 10 inches in diameter at chest height with proper spacing approximately 35 feet from the larger diameter of vegetation. Vegetation only to be cut to the road right-of-way perimeter approximately 20 feet from the center line. Vegetation that has been cut will be chipped and broadcast back to the ground to inhibit vegetation growth and to assist in erosion control. Total cost per acreage is $2,500 for 60 acres. Estimated grant cost is $150,000, which in scope of things, $150,000 is a small investment when you consider the potential millions in property loss that could happen if we don't take these measurements. Out of 72 parcels, we only had one that did not want to participate. If we want to get this grant, we have to, if we get this grant, we have formed a committee within our community to maintain the work that gets done, whether it be spraying, hand cutting, or goats, to ensure everyone's hard work is not to go by the wayside. Sometimes our neighbors need education to see the bigger picture. They may love every tree and may even have names for them. I have found that people like this are more apt to be reluctant to brushing, burning, or even fire grants. I'd like to share with you a woman in our neighborhood that I refer to as Mother Earth. She sees the beauty in all weeds, brush, ugly, and a danger. She collects rocks that look and resemble like hearts. She has them on her pathways and has created throughout her property. And each one represents a special person in her life. Yes, I am happy to say I have my own rock. She doesn't burn, thin brush, or disturb her manzanita. When PG&E came in and with their subcontractors, she wouldn't allow them to cut down any trees, but to only top them. But with lengthy conversation, she has come to realize applying for this grant is a good thing for her safety, her neighbors, and her community. None of us want to lose our homes or neighbors to something we didn't put any prevention into. I didn't know I was this winded. So, 2 summers ago, my husband and I, after a long day of work, decided to relax in our pool with our floaties. Yes, we were naked. I almost asleep floating, we heard air attack and helicopters. We both raised up to notice a helicopter right above us. He was so close, I swear I could see the whites of his eyes. And you could imagine what he could see of me. A fire had broke out just above us. Was he over the pool to dip out? He must have been scared of the sight he saw, so he left. The fire was from a neighbor using a push weed eater and hit a rock. It doesn't take much to start a fire. We all know this. While this could have wiped out our community, the impressive response from our fire personnel, it was over as quickly as it started. This year, I have also formed a team to remove logs throughout our community. Since the middle of March, we have removed over 100 logs and still have just as many to go. These logs are prior to 2022, and the logs were supposed to be picked up by PG&E's. Can't wait to talk to you, Daryl. Dylan, is it Dylan? Dylan. PG&E subcontractors Mario Tree Service. We have properties with damaged fencing and fire-prone messes that the tree company added to our already chaotic neighborhood. We have decided after years of mess, it was time for us to clean it up and care for it ourselves. We also have been utilizing the CalFire chipping program for our neighbors in need to clean up down brush on their properties. It's a wonderful program. My next adventure in our community will consist of widening a few main roads for emergency vehicles and opening up a road that has been grown over for more than 20 years for fire access. Lastly, I'd like to work on a grant for a fuel break along the top of San Domingo Canyon between our community and Dogtown Road. It's an honor to have this opportunity to work with you all and be with great minds for the same good. So this is the start of our community, which you see is pretty open. Ready. Still open. So this would be Darby Lane, so right off of French Gulch and Murphy's. This is our map. So this is when you first come in, the red, where we're pretty open. Then you get into the blue, which is pure mess. Go ahead.
Horrible.
Yeah.
Wow.
So this actually is what I consider a really great photo. It's not as messy as a majority of the parcels. Go ahead. Still not that bad. This is still a little closer. Then this, I got hundreds of photos, and to put them up here, they all look the same. So it didn't, I mean, this is basically what the whole subdivision looks like. Go ahead. This is off of my back deck, and that shows San Domingo Canyon on both sides. And that's basically what an aerial view of how crazy it is out there. Go ahead. This is a road that needs major attention. This is our awesome log collection, part of it. And that's just about it. I mean, I look forward to talking to others and getting more resources. Thank you.
Thank you.